Now that California Screamin has officially taken its last ride, it's about time that we begin talking about the Incredicoaster. So let's dive into it all, up next. Hi there Waltoneers, I'm Jack, this is DSNY Newscast, and go ahead and subscribe down below if you're new to this channel. Also, this upcoming Sunday we're going to be doing something a little bit different, as we've had Q&A sessions on this show before, but this time round it's where you, the Waltoneers, will be able to get your voices heard, as I'm all too aware that this format is very much me sat here delivering the news to you in a one-way direction, and instead it should be the interactivity of you in the comments and me delivering the news here and us discussing it together. So leave me some questions about Disney news which has happened recently, or something that's just been bugging you and you want to get off your chest, or just an opinion or a rant or anything that you want to have discussed on DSNY Newscast, and then I'll pick 10 or so comments and we'll discuss it here on DSNY Newscast, and if you like it we'll make it a regular thing, maybe once every 2 or 3 weeks. Anyways, enough of that rambling, now let's get straight into the topic of today. So this past Sunday marked the end of California Screamin in Disney California Adventure, and this to many people was a sad day, as California Screamin was one of the opening day attractions at Disney California Adventure. And if you'd like to go and watch the full last ride of California Screamin, go check out LMG Vids. I'll leave a link down below in the description box to the very last ride of California Screamin. But to be honest, the retheming of California Screamin, in my opinion, is long overdue, as this attraction has never really screamed Disney, and yes, I'm sorry for the pun there. And don't get me wrong, it's a fantastic roller coaster, but in a park that failed in its very early years, primarily due to the lack of classic Disney attractions there from opening day, this change has been a long time coming and is sorely needed. Now, I'm sure that many people are upset about the changes, but realistically it's not all bad, as the roller coaster will basically remain identical to what it is at the moment, but with some great new additions and enhancements. So let's get into some of these enhancements, and the first thing to know here is that the Incredicoaster won't actually feature any advanced audio animatronics, but that doesn't mean that this attraction won't be focusing on telling a story with the Incredicoaster, as the first major change is the addition of this pre-ride sequence that will feature Edna babysitting baby Jack Jack, with the Edna animatronic being an outdoor all-weather animatronic figure similar to what we see within the Jungle Cruise, and baby Jack Jack will be brought to life with this LED screen behind, with this show sequence taking place here before you enter the launch area within the ride. Now, to me, this is Disney adding more Disney flair to a classic attraction and making it what it should have been all along, with some storytelling within the roller coaster at the same time. And that's not where the storytelling will stop, as the actual roller coaster itself will also feature what Disney are calling character moments within the ride as well, as Imagineering are fully enclosing the tunnel sections that were previously shown on California Screamin, so that they can use special lighting effects to help showcase the Incredibles and all of their superhero capabilities. But in addition to this, Disney are also adding an enclosed section towards the end of the coaster, which you can see here, as we can see in this comparison, which shows the concept art showing a tunnel and the current day attraction that doesn't have one whatsoever, with this new tunnel surely being an end resolution sequence for the ride before returning to the platform. And so whilst we're talking about the Pixar Pier transformation that's just about to begin, we now have this new look at the model of Pixar Pier that actually reveals some new concept art in the background of the image, which shows us all the interior of this building here on the model, which we can see is actually Bing Bong's confectionery shop, as this area here will be completely built out in front of Mickey's Fun Wheel to create a new kind of Pixar Pier hub. Now, moving away from Pixar Pier but staying with Pixar and Disney California Adventure, this past week Disney Auditions posted a job listing looking for performers to portray Cars Land characters, but the interesting thing here is getting in and out of the float vehicles repeatedly, which could either indicate that these performers will be driving the Cars Land characters over at DCA and could be helping bring these characters to life, which could easily be an extension to the Living Character Initiative program, or it could be referring to more Cars Land characters coming to either the Pixar Play Parade or the Paint the Night Parade for Pixar Fest when it begins in April. And lastly for today, over in Disneyland Paris, the Phantom Manor attraction has now officially closed for refurbishment, with the attraction to remain closed until September, if not October of this year. But one thing which Disneyland Paris does brilliantly when an attraction closes for a refurbishment is that they put up artwork and signage explaining why the attraction has closed, which helps build the story around the land and keeps the magic and theming alive throughout the Disney park. But now, it's over to you, Walton, as I would like to know, with Pixar Pier, which other Pixar property would you like to see better represented within Pixar Pier? And that could either take the form of retheming an existing Paradise Pier attraction to a Pixar film, or an entirely new attraction that could fit within the Paradise Pier space. And of course, don't forget to put the timestamp of where the hidden Mickey appeared somewhere within this video, along with your suggestion, to be in with a chance to win a DSNY Newscast pin. And congratulations to Paige for winning with this suggestion from the previous video that was talking all about the new concept art for the Disney Skyliner system over at Walt Disney World. And so go ahead and subscribe down below, hit that notification icon, and if you could give this video a massive thumbs up, it really does help this channel out. And I've been Jack, you've been you, and I'll see you real soon.